We called them the Red Hots back in the old days. They were a group of stocks that seemed to go up almost every morning in 1999 and the first 2 months of 2000. There were so many of them, mostly newly minted companies, that we had to have a draft at my old hedge fund where we put a list of red hots in a hat. And then whoever pulled them out had to give me a sales pitch within the next couple of days. It's all in this book, Real Money. It was a lot of fun. Well, normally I prefer to give people more time to do the homework. But back then, there was simply too much performance to be gained in such a short period of time that we had to work on the fly. Once I heard the best pitches, we'd buy them with reckless abandon, especially the hottest of the hot, the telecom and internet stocks. Did I believe they were great companies? Not at all. Did I like them as long-term investments? Don't be silly. I had a very cynical approach back then. Remember, I was a hedge fund manager. I was a trader. I knew we were in a ridiculous moment where irrationally exuberant buyers would pay absurd prices because they simply didn't care about the froth. I told myself over and over again that this period would come to an end, that someday the money would be made, the red hots would cool off, and in some cases their stocks would come plummeting back to earth. I knew we needed to ring the register before that happened, and that's exactly what I did right before the NASDAQ peaked in March of 2000. I bring this up because now there's a new generation of red hots. We got to admit this. We got to own this fact. They're the ones on your screen that keep going up exhaustive without a thought. They don't even wait for the opening bell. It's like they totally escaped from the gravitational pull of the market. They are better than the old red hots for certain. Many are profitable, but they are often too hot, none the same. And I don't want anyone to get burned, even with the good ones. Oh, what am I talking about? Oh, come on, you know what I'm talking about the recent IPOs. Beyond me. It's Faux Burger Company. Revolve. Online fashion play. CrowdStrike, cloud-based cybersecurity. It's got all the buzzwords. Zoom Video for real-time cloud conferencing. I like the product. Now Slack today, which exploded higher after it came public. And those are just the newly issued ones. You also got Zscaler. Yes, you've got Okta. Pair of cybersecurity companies. Twilio, which helps apps develop and send you text messages. And Shopify, the e-commerce engine for small business. Oh, let's throw in HubSpot, Atlassian, Coupa Software, and you have the whole panoply of parabolic moves. Remember parabolas from geometry class? Stocks that were higher in parabolic mode tend to be incredible performers until they're not. Then they hit a wall, and then they become terrible. You don't know when the rollover will happen. You don't know how high they'll go before they fall apart. But sooner or later, somebody is going to get hurt, and I don't want it to be you. That doesn't mean you can't try to make money in them in the meantime, like I did during the dot-com bubble. But you have to be very, very careful. When you think about it, these red-hot stocks are going up for the dumbest and most circular possible reason. People are buying them because they're going higher. That's it. For the most part, these moves are not about new information. They're about the greater fool theory. Someone else will pay more for my Beyond Meat than I will, and then I'll be fine. And by the way, Beyond Meat's a great company. For the moment, though, these stocks are working. And these are much better companies than the new models were back in 1999. And that's what makes it so darn difficult. Yep, the second coming of the red hots is indeed here. And for now, the playbook says you can afford to be greedy, but only for so long. Make sure you know what you're buying, people. Make sure you know what you own. And make sure you can explain it to somebody else. And then you'll be able to handle the turbulence and ring the register when it's appropriate. Stick with Cramer.
Don't miss a second of Mad Money. Follow @Jim Cramer on Twitter. Have a question? Tweet Cramer. #MadTweets. Send Jim an email to madmoney@cnbc.com or give us a call at 1-800-743-CNBC. Miss something? Head to madmoney.cnbc.com.